Hey guys, Lex here, and I'm just here to clear up some things regarding the House of Montale. So a few people have been asking me on the Facebook groups and someone else on here, the differences between the international Montales and the Paris Montales. So, I currently have two international ones here. The two I have that are international are Oud and Pine and Red Oud. So I'm going to compare them to a Paris one of white oud and just compare the differences. So let's look first of all at the Paris one, the one that most people recognise. So you have your standard bottle there. Notice it's sort of circle at the top. It doesn't really point up that much. It's sort of circle at the top. Gold thingy there. Notice the size of the stopper as well. You have your Montale font there. Notice now take a close look at the font. It's almost stretched out, like someone's taken it and went. So yeah, that there, Montale logo there, and Paris. Also, look at the size of the sticker. White oud is there. You also have, I know it's hard to see in this camera, 100 mils there, and 3 1/3 fluid ounces there. So, now if we compare this to the two Montales here, I'm going to use Red Oud as an example. Notice the Montale font doesn't look as stretched out. It looks a lot bigger on the bottle there. It still has Paris, but again, Paris looks significantly more thicker. The lettering's a little bit thicker on Paris than the other one. Hard to see on the camera, but it is there. So, thicker Montale font. Notice the difference, I'll compare them here. Notice the difference in the font there. Yep, the sticker's also bigger and the lack of the fluid ounces on the bottom there. Yeah. Plus, if you look at the shape of it compared to the other one, you'll see that the other one sort of goes round and then doesn't really point up as much, whereas this one, the tin, points upwards a bit more. If you look closely, you can see it points upwards a bit more, whereas the other one's more rounded at the top and less pointy. And the stopper is also a tiny bit thicker. Can't see it too much, but if you look closely in your hand, the stopper's a tiny bit thicker on the international one. And that's basically the only difference. However, some people have been saying that the international one is watered down a bit more. It's not as heavy. Now, a good example of this is actually, I've noticed, for example, every single one of my Paris Montales is very, very oily in my skin. Incredibly oily, really shiny to the point where it looks like my skin is glistening. Like I've used, like I've got a face mask on. You get a face mask for your skin, like that same sort of thing, like it's glistening, like I've got something over it, like a face mask or something. Whereas with the international ones are significantly less oily, like really like they don't shine in my skin. They shine for a little bit, but then they'll disappear. And while they disappear, the Paris ones will still be going. And it's not a case of the Paris ones. Maybe there's one or two. All of my Paris ones are really oily. And both of these, my international ones, are nowhere near as oily. So I'm guessing it means I'm putting less perfume oil in them, which is why people must think that they don't last as long. They're watered a bit down. It might be because I don't get heavy beast mode with Red Oud. I get maybe olfactory fatigue. I'm guessing they still will perform pretty well, in my opinion. Yeah, another thing I want to mention as well, forgot to mention there, as it says, it's weird, it says on the back there, made in France. On the back of the international one, you can see here, made in France. The font is the same on both of them. Yeah, made in France there, which isn't on the back of this one. And these are the international ones. It's a bit confusing why it says made in France. I presumed it'd be made in United Arab Emirates, so yeah, that's the only thing. And also this one, apparently some of these have a problem with leaking. Now I think it's only Oud and Pine. You can see my Oud and Pine, yeah, corrode the with the leakage, but a tiny bit. It's really not a problem for me. I'm not getting any leakage at all of this, but I've heard a few things about some of the international ones leak. However, another thing I'd like to mention as well is that both my international ones have a stranger smell. Whereas all my Paris ones just smell really natural and really thick and perfumey, I find these ones smell a bit more alcoholic right off the bat, a tiny bit more alcoholic on the nose. And I think that might be a case of because there's less oil. I'm just guessing here, I'm not putting, might be the case, but I do know for a fact that the Paris ones are really, I'm going to try and demonstrate right now. This is white oud. I'm going to be applying white oud here. 2 sprays. Okay, that's white oud applied. And now I'm going to apply red oud on my left wrist. And just to see if I can show it. Might not work on camera, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, I'm going to wait for these to dry in for a bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, that's me back. I've let these dry in a tiny bit. Now, I'm not sure if you'll see them, but this one is white oud Paris. Sorry about that. This one is white oud Paris version. This is red oud, the international version. So if you have a look here, look at my wrist here. You can see it's still a tiny bit shiny. Not sure if you can make that one out. Now, you know that I applied this one second as well. So I've given these about 2 to 5 minutes to dry in a bit. Now, see, you can't see it that shiny. However, if you look at my other one, see how shiny my wrist is? See how there? See how much more shiny it is compared to... See if I can get an angle on the light there. See how my other one looks still, it's quite shiny, my wrist there. But compare it to the Paris one. Notice how it's a big thick layer of oil? Yeah, that's another thing. And also, both of these, like when I received this, I bought this from someone in one of the Facebook groups. And when I first got it, the first thing I thought to myself was, you know, spray it on here just to check. Yeah, the first thing I thought to myself was, this is off. He sold me something that's off. I thought, that's off. He sold me something that's been exposed and it's went off. But it hasn't. I get the same, that alcoholic sort of vibe, and that harshness from the international version of Red Oud. So I'm guessing that means it's the alcohol coming through because there's less oil to dilute it. I'm guessing, I'm not fucking a master with this. But I do get it with both these and I don't get it with any of my Paris Montales. So that's about it. That's the main differences from what I can tell. So I hope this video helped. I know there's a lot of questions. Sorry I can't be, I know total, I'm not the die-hard, you know, know-it-all when it comes to the differences. But I am hoping to get a Red Oud Paris version in the future as well, and I'll be able to compare it directly with this one. So yeah, guys, hope this answered your questions. If there's any other questions you have, if I didn't clear anything up, leave it in the comments, send me a message, send me a face, you know the drill, you know. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and keep on, keep on smelling fly.